internet problems. Couldn't reach them through their email. Apparently, it didn't exist or something. So tonight we have special guests all the way from fucking other side of the world, man. Introduce yourself, man. Let us know who you are and the band and everything.
So my name is Kalen, and a progressive metal band called The and we come from Brisbane.
Nice. It's midday for you now.
Yeah, man. No, it's I'm on the other side of the planet, but it's
yeah,
man. Thanks a lot.
Time traveler, man. Because you're Wednesday morning, eh? It's Tuesday night here.
Yeah. Years ago, sitting on a video game when it was New Year. It was weird being in a different year playing games with on the other side of the planet.
Yeah. All right. I met so many people and I used to game a lot and shit. And fucking good buddy of mine, we're still good buddies out of Louisiana there. He was always an hour or something behind me from where I was, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Is it? It's where summer for you guys still over there, right?
Yeah. No, we're coming into fucking winter right now, man. It snowed and rained on us today at work.
Whereabouts in Canada are you?
So I'm up in northern Ontario right now.
Oh, okay. The major city in Ontario.
The major city closest would be Toronto, and that's about 4 hours away.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Does that put you? Does that be on the East Coast?
No, I'd be Central then, I guess. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Right.
Whatever that means.
Right.
Yeah.
My geography isn't my rough picture of Canada.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with geography for the most part. Pretty good at the world map and knowing where this place is and that place. I'm getting better with my time zones, that's for sure.
You'd have to talk to people from all over the.
Oh yeah, you guys, especially being all the way down there on the other side, literally on the other side of the world, right? Friends of mine there out of the Philippines, good huge buddy, Ren from fucking Ren and the fucking Berserkers out of Ireland, right? We just had a wicked band on from Israel. That guy was so fucking cool to talk to, man.
Is there like coming out of Israel?
Yeah, apparently there's quite the metal scene, man. When he rhymed off some of the local bands, some of the music that's coming out of the area, he rhymed off like 15 bands, man. I was like, that's more than here, buddy. Like,
yeah. No, like I really want to. I think like if you only listen to band, kind of Western nations, still a lot of creativity and new stuff that comes out, lacking a whole kind of different culture, kind of nations viewed into that music naturally, and so like really cool music that I'm missing out on because like that. That I feel like it could be a really inspiring, like stuff that we're writing at the moment, the album that we're working on, Eastern influences and all that sort of stuff, like the different instruments and traditional Middle Eastern instruments to this big concept. But I feel like if I was listening, I'd probably be doing it more effective way than I currently am. So, who are they?
Oh shit! I'll have to look it up, man. I fucking have so many bands on here all the time. It's so hard to keep them straight, right?
Yeah,
I always fuck it
no
up every
stress, man.
time I go to say it. I always fuck it up. So I'll send you some links. So after the show, I'll send them up through the email, man, so you can check them out and stuff.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, definitely. We actually have a playlist here for the Boneyard on Spotify that has all the bands that have been on a few songs. So
Sick.
updating that here. I was supposed to do it last time I was home, but I really only had one day. And it was like that day was
true.
eating food, right?
Yeah, man. Well, no, I mean, I'll be really cool, kind of underground and local way. I have a tendency when kind of listening to the same sort of talk. I think a lot of us do that, but I know that sort of holds me about continually bringing in new ways of doing things. You know, you can writing the same song over and over and over.
You can though. It's so you have to draw influence from almost all music. Like if you just listen to say Slayer, every riff sounds like a Slayer, right? Like very.
Exactly. No,
So
that's exactly.
If you don't say out and listen to like Storm and fucking Ginger, even or even go start listening to like Tom McDonald and Andrew Joseph and stuff, just some R&B and hip hop, or like Anne Marie, Sapphire Rain. Like
absolutely.
I can go on and on.
All that stuff. It's funny because like when I was a real kind of dick about it's like I had my. It's like if you didn't listen to those music, you were a poser or whatever.
Yeah.
But older,
we all
all of that
growing up, like metal. It was metal or nothing. Like it's Pantera, Slayer. Fuck off.
Exactly. yeah, man.
You all grow up.
You're wrapped up in like you're like the metal kid. It's cool out of you, and it's like it's hard to. I found there's like now that I'm listening to so many different genres that I feel like of writing metal, and that's sort of what we do is like all of those other influences have songwriting because because changes like your focus as when you're young it's all about like writing and then but like the older I get the more I'm trying to like move people and make people to this elevated place. You can hard to do that by just playing riffs and writing songs and really good kind of transcends. You can you can appreciate
you as you're playing it. It really comes across to the listener. I was a listener myself. Obviously, you listen to music as well. Like you can really feel it in the notes or the lyrics, or even that bass riff in the background that jumps out. You're like, "Fuck yeah, baby!" Like this is, I feel this, right? Like,
absolutely. Like I've kind of tried to think about this stuff. It's the difference between a cool and a song being good. In my mind, those are actually two separate ideas. You can come up with something that sounds really cool for a couple of listens, and then you're over. Like something really sugary, a little bit of, and then you think of it versus like a real, which makes you, actually know. It's sort of like, again, like the older I get, the more I try and less I focus on cool.
Right.
That's the way I think about it. So.
No, it's so true. Yeah. Like, I know I bitch and everyone always hates the radio on the show, right? But they'll do that to a song real quick. You hear it, oh fuck, it was awesome. But by the end of like Friday at the end of your shift, when you're going home, it's Like, I fucking hate that song. I heard it 7 times a day, man. Like,
there's this for the longest to get into, a tipping for the most time. Like, a really good of all time is Opeth. Like, and there's a song, Hessian Peel. I disliked that song for years until one day, and it came on shuffle, just the right whether it was, and the song just kind of went, oh my god, suddenly I get it. And songs, you know what I mean? But it's like, kind of like, get its tendrils into me. Whereas the stuff that
I got a few songs, a few artists too that I was like, and then, like you said, I heard that song or that artist on that right day. The wind was blowing perfect, and like you said, woof, my mind, my opinion, everything just changed right then and there. No, this is actually pretty good. I like this. Right?
Yeah. you need an on ramp, right? Like you need like, it's like the thin end opens for you to the point where you can be like, it isn't total shit, and then you become receptive to what. And I find it's true with all genres of music. Like, for example, I really like, and I've got music over the years because it's just about fun that, you know, the song itself, like the song, even though it's country or one, that just softens them up to the point where, maybe there's other stuff out there that's cool, and they're into it.
Yeah,
they think it's a cool genre.
The old man was a line dance teacher, so like, heard the same songs. Just made me hate country. I'm just now hearing the newer shit and being like, okay, I can maybe dip my toe into this a little bit, right, and see what happens now.
Man, look, I'm corny old stuff, but there's some, although not to kind of talk to, country is a bit of a weird one for me, because one of the genres that legalization, because country, it was sort of, it's a genre invented hard lives, like really doing it rough and stuff, way. And so when you come along and you point where you just list off a whole bunch of things, it really, you can, like, there's no soul there. There are pretty boys that can sing, plaid shirt and stuff, and country star
thinking about
now, and it doesn't,
cups and fucking and partying. Right, like,
it's just lacking that soul, right? It's lacking that be about, which is like fucking real people.
Yeah, we got a local artist here. I don't want to say he's country. He's more like metal country, like Johnny No Cash there. And if he is country, then I would say, okay, I like that. I like pretty well every fucking song that guy writes, But like, definitely should check out Johnny No.
Would you say Johnny No Cash?
Yeah, he'll come right up, man. You can't miss him.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely will, man. It definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely a different breed of country, though. I don't even want to say he's country, but he is in that sense. Like, a lot of his shit's acoustic, just the way he plays.
Yeah, nice. Look, I respect that. I mean, we do a lot of acoustic stuff as well, man. Like, I started like a lot of, I think, maybe of my generation guitars, and sort of picked up the electric guitar, because that's, my roots are and everything. I kind about stuff, so it's like one of the things that I, to the point where it's kind of become card for this way that I write. So I'll have, like, metal riffs, like strummed acoustic parts happening. It's this really wonderful effect where it it fills out chords really kind of lovely kind of top. But in your face, it's just sort of in the background. Like I found that's just a thing I can't slow down. Good. So yeah, we and we usually like to do like a little acoustic interlude or something. Another huge reason for that is because obviously they do, you know, acoustic, and that's like hugely influential. Definitely.
That's like
to that.
Yeah, the older I get, the more I play around my acoustic. Well, I probably play more on my acoustic than my electric nowadays, right? But I went to see when I was in South Africa
like,
there. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say a guitar is kind of in the, you know, they say like a piano is like like if you just want to write a song, you know, the melodies down, like piano is the best way to do that. The guitar is sort of like the guitar version, you know, because it's harder to play really more song focused.
Yeah, but I got a chance to see Joy Cassidy Club, I think is their name, out of South Africa. And they did just a 2-man set there, a little acoustic Green Day tribute, man. That was fucking pretty cool to see, right? Shout out to those guys. We got to get them back on the show here. You know, figure out, get a hold of them there.
So, Green Day tribute.
Yeah. What's that?
Dude, did you say acoustic?
Yeah, they did a 2-man acoustic Green Day tribute.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was fun to see, man. The cool part was I had the lead singer there on the show before, and then I showed up at the bar like, you know, a couple months later. Here I am in South Africa, fucking watching him play live, right? So,
yeah, true.
Pretty awesome.
So you like?
Have you?
Are you?
Oh, go ahead.
Still like? Are you still playing in bands yourself?
Right now I'm doing a collaboration album with quite a few bands that have been on the show, and so kind of I'm doing all the writing of the music, but then handing it to you, and then you do a riff over top of that and add to it, right? And then send it back, and then go from there, right?
When's that?
I'm hoping to have everything done and completed by next September for my birthday, for a release party / birthday party, right?
Awesome, dude. That is
so
cool. Just a massive collaboration.
So I've got certain songs, all my old angry songs are going to like Dead Man's Prophecy and Last Dance Among Wolves. I got a song going over to Thy Enemy. I want to collaborate with fucking Johnny No Cash, but he's pretty busy, so we're waiting to see it, right? Then a few other bands I'm trying to get on board too, right? A couple others that are on board. So doing a big thing with Andrew Joseph actually and Nick Nombre. They'll be doing a lot of my recording for my end of it all and stuff too, right? So they'll be collaborating with me on the whole project. So that's pretty sick.
Hell yeah, man. That's great out here.
Yeah, I think Sapphire Rain's going to appear on one of the little songs we're going to do too, right? We're still working that deal out, trying to figure out a concept for them to come on and do a thing together, right? I don't want to say too much,
Yeah.
but it's all got together, man, you know?
Right on, dude. Well,
so I'm actually here in November, where I'm going to take a week and fucking just go to the studio and get my end completely finished up, get everything sent out for the new year, right?
Yeah, right. Have you sorted?
Oh, sorry, you cut out there real quick. What was that, brother?
I got for it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Need
Sorry,
a drummer.
buddy. I feel like
Oh, it's all.
because drum's an important part of the whole mix. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have an awesome sounding song. Like, I found that because I do production nowadays, bands.
Oh, nice.
As part of my living. And the more I've gotten into recording and mixing and producing, I've come to realize that the drummer is sort of the band. If you've got to craft the thing sound good.
I'll spill the beans a little bit. I do have the drummer from Dead Man's Prophecy doing a lot of our stuff, or that's going to be doing a lot of our drumming in that, right? But with your end of it, I'll probably send some rough cuts over to you, man. See what you think of that. Get your opinion on it.
Dude, that'd be great.
Maybe throw in your little piece and collaborate with us as well, right?
I'm up for whatever, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, brother. I got your email saved and everything, so you're right up on the list. So that's perfect.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. I love how this music brings everyone together like this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. And like is kind of to say, but music is, it doesn't matter if you don't speak the actual. It's like you can appreciate, and I think it that every people, every race, everyone has created music, and I think
I forget who was I
so
talking.
Important.
Me and her, we had a great conversation about that on the beginning of actual language and say social beginning. Probably started with a rhythm, someone banging on a stick, sticks together, or a rock and a stick, making a rhythm. Then noises came, then language came from that, right? Like it's almost the basis of where we are today. Because everyone, regardless what they listen to, I've never met someone that just doesn't plain listen to music at all. You know?
Yeah, man. And it's like something that I often pretty grateful for is have this thing where it's like funny because music doesn't actually exist way, right? Like it's just in there, but it's so mean we can pass down to our children, and you write a song and you put it out there, and it's out there that keeps on giving down through the generation. Like I feel, I always feel that I have this thing kind of devote my life to, and a way that I can reach out, communicate with, and move people. It's such a wonderful thing. I'm so grateful.
Oh, it's amazing. Like just what it does in general. Like the best drug and best medicine in the world. Like next to magic mushrooms,
Absolutely.
you know. But,
yeah, I agree with you there,
man. Right?
Yeah, man. Like one of the things is like, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what they want, they don't know what kind of stuff they're out there just sort of working regular job. I feel really lucky because I've kind of saw from when I was about 13 that music was so obvious to me. I never had that sort of stuff, and it's like, you medicine. It's just like, it's just like it doesn't matter what's going on in my life. Get out of bed for, I've got a purpose. I've got this thing that I give myself to, which is like I feel nothing but gratitude because I meet so many people what they're here to do, and so it's definitely a meta.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned earlier, it doesn't even matter about the language. Like you could go to fucking New Zealand and watch fucking alien weapons play, They sing all in the native tongue, but they're fucking. I've seen them twice live. They're fucking fantastic, funny, Oh, it's,
that's awesome. Yeah,
it's matter,
are they
music.
So they Māori?
I think so. Yeah. So they're out of New Zealand. So that's what they would be speaking for the most part. Some of their songs are in English here and there, right? But a lot of it's all their older language that they called it a dead language because nobody really speaks it anymore, even over there, right?
Yeah.
So they're bringing it back.
I used to. Yeah, man. I from New Zealand who was Polynesian, but he grew up on and that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's like understand. Yeah, the language is barely spoken. People still know it, but it's only just ceremonially these days, an actual spoken language.
Yeah, there was a dance for certain things when you went to war, or when it rained, or when you needed this. Certain dance, right?
Yeah, like like the when they do all the and
the
very cool,
like a Hawaiian thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But no, it's like there's still some words that hang around, like Polynesian people. They don't call it New York, for example. One of the which I think means like island of clouds or something. I don't know. Hang around.
Yeah.
But what's the name of that?
Oh, they're called Alien Weapon.
Alien. Check it out, dude.
Yeah, sticker.
That's the thing.
Two stick, right?
No, I'm getting all these. It's good. It's good. I like hearing about stuff that's kind of not the same old metalcore. Because man, Australia here in the scene is really metalcore bands like Parkway Drive, Confliction comes from here. A bunch of these sort of like metalcore bands genre really sort of has taken over in Australia, and it's cool. But what I also find is the same like metalcore band sounding exactly like us, and you kind of there's another way to get bored with it now.
Yeah.
It just kind of gets boring, and it's like we're interested in hearing other stuff because it's like like I said, like part of what I do now, and I like side of it means that I understand the way it does, and it's because killer aesthetic. It's this place, drums. It's this very, and like the kids love it, right? Like they run out up in droves, like whenever it's coming out. And yeah, again, but I just feel like it kind of, to an extent, it's like if you've heard one, you've kind of, and so in Australia, like I said, that's the dominant metal style. But there are so many out of Australia that are just amazing, but they very far here in our country, just sort of ticking a lot of those metalcore boxes. It's just like, whatever, it doesn't, like breakdowns are huge, metal band, and like there's some Australia, bands like Caligula's Hall or a tour with Voyager and amazing bands. Voyager, they recently they nearly won Vision Heat. They actually, which was really cool. They actually won, chose the other band, which was frustrating.
Wow.
For anyone that hasn't heard Voyager, go and check. Fucking
check
spectacular,
them out,
but they are the sweetest human being. Like every single person in that band is just lovely, really funny, and like playing around in Australia with them. But yeah, like there's so many incredible scenes to pop off because they alien criteria for what people kind of want. And I think there's a lot of bands that kind of demoralized for, even if you're writing incredible music, that Europe or the UK or Canada playing sellout shows, you know, turnouts really aren't those sorts of genres. So I think a lot of these bands kind of never really realize their potential. It's like for a lot of here in Australia that's sort of really serious about the goal is honest Australia as far as you possibly can, because like on top of everything else, like, we just don't, like, Australia has 20 and there are cities many people as the whole of Australia, you know, at least county has like 25 million. Like you know, so it's just like there's almost unless you are appealing like exactly what the people want here, almost no point trying to make it here degree. You just got to sort of get on a plane in Europe or something like that. And like I've got so many friends in bands that tour overseas, and they're like, dude, people because we're just like I love Australia. I love this country. I like it's really, really cool people. But I think at supporting the arts, we seem to be. I think the empathy that is quite Australian. There's a tendency to kind of just be like, nah, it's all good. I'll just and I think getting out there and getting really excited and getting among. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's just like we've got a couple of albums out. You know, people seem to really like what we're doing, that kind of stuff, and it's fun. Hopefully, set our sights on getting over to Europe in the next year or two. Really frustrating because right when just booked our first Japan tour.
Oh wow!
We're really excited.
Japan would be
we're going to be
pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, Japanese are crazy, man. Like they get into anything, and like we were.
They go all
stoked, and then
they're with you 100%. They're 10%. They're there, but like
absolutely. But yeah, so then the whole world shut down, and it's like, okay, that's not happening. So we decided to spending instead, and so we've been running massive kind of undertaking. Going to be challenging, but probably pretty expensive too. So not looking forward to actually recording it because I need on it. But you know, if you're to the end, right?
Yeah, it's true though. You know, it all costs money. Like shout out to Fortunate Losers, just gave us a big thing. They're a local band from where I'm up here working right now, and they're trying to do their album and everything. It's not cheap, man. Like people don't realize, you know, a lot of us work full time. If we're lucky, you know, we're part of music full time. But myself, I work a fucking day walker job, right? And then do this at night after work, you know.
And that's the norm. I meet people that aren't in the music business at all, and you tell them stuff and like, oh, that's sick. Like, do you feel?
No,
there's no.
You know, $5 grand in the hole.
You know. Yeah, man. It's like we do all right. Like, you know, like on the last tour we did, like we are kind of more than breaking even with, you know, I a couple of years ago, for a while now, I'm such a huge different reasons, but like not there. I think they're pretty. You know, Periphery are like one of the biggest bands in the world in the Just Boy, the whole gent movement and all that kind of. That's they play mad that kind of thing, and I remember like a couple of years or who's like the main songwriter in that band. Like he's like the band doesn't even they don't make enough from you know to live any kind of comfortable life. I've had to ledge their Periphery for other business to create companies and come up with software or whatever else. You know, it's like the money isn't there for a lot to live off of the music anymore. It's just there, and it's the passion of you to leverage your fame income. You know, and it's like
to balance it all out too, to make it to put in that passion. You know what I mean? That drive to even to do it, no matter.
Yeah, man. In a way, like there's a way, which is that be good to get to a point where your main source of income and use the way as just to get the income. Like that wouldn't be a good place. I think it's probably better to have outside sources that you don't have to worry. The music can really be genuine and intentional and expression, because that's another thing. The things that really separates out metalhead fans of music, like metalheads, I think it's in authenticity like a mile away. Like, I think that's a really good thing. I think it also has, for example, like there's quite a large percentage of bands that don't think it's your metal unless artists that wrote it and starving and all this sort of shit. Like, you know.
Like, you gotta be like eating first a day, drinking bottle of bourbon, the ditch, you know, rocking it out, right?
I get it, right? Because it's like heavy music is supposed to kind of a lot of the more like the darker sides of life. If you're living this super comfortable, what do you have to say about that's genuine? But I don't think that encapsulates just the total heavy music. You know, like if you're a black metal band, it's like totally. Like in order to really do that, super from real pain, right? Like that kind of thing from real like rage and that. But it's like it ends up becoming quite toxic because Australian black metal band who you might have heard of, Paris.
Well, then the black metal from over there, we just had a couple on the show too, man. Fucking my brain shuts off after 10 o'clock.
No, that's right, man. So Neobliviscaris are a Britain, and they've done quite well. You know, like they tour all over the world shows, and they've got a very particular. They've got a violin does a lot of violin stuff over there. Recognizable sounds, really. But they reached and I was with them a long time ago, and I remember sitting stage about this, and this problem where who want to be this band to be it, but we all have full-time jobs, and it's starting to take, it's starting to, then we can, because we all work full-time jobs, and over here is a point you can actually live off the band, right? Money for you to like quit your day job in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Between those 2 points. So what Near Oblivious Scars did, they decided, and I think they might this, they actually started a Patreon page for, because they're like, hey, we want to write all the new stuff. We want to give you more, but we literally can't afford to some extra income coming to. And I thought it was a great move, like well for them in in the, what I thought was
people
really interesting was
now and getting their albums or getting their music recorded because of the fans, and that say the Patreon page where the true fans and shit throw you, here's $50 towards the next song or the next album.
Yeah.
It's almost like buying your merch.
What I found,
right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like when that happened was that huge number of people that absolutely for doing that. Like there were many just like really hateful and like toxic comments and stuff when they, because there's all these came out from your fans, like like stuff from all these people that had no idea in a band and make money. Like it's like no, don't stop writing and recording. But no, I'm not going to give you money. Like that's not my problem. But no, but still give me this.
I don't care where the money comes from.
Like, yeah, exactly. And so it's like, and the whole starving artist, real music comes from real. Like, but I think in the modern world today, I just don't think that's. I just don't think that's
it's almost
feasible.
You know what I mean? Have a choice now. In that sense, like if you want to live poor and dirt, to just the right music. Well, music, like you said, it doesn't matter where you are or who you are in that sense with your music. It should always come to you regardless. You make $1 million or fucking, it's $20 a day, right? Like,
yeah. And it's like if you like rap, for example, like hip hop and rap and everything, big and famous and super rich is like that's a really interesting contrast. It's just metal band.
Yeah, that's the whole goal.
People shit on you. Yeah. But in rap, it's like people are like, he did it, he got rich and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just think that's such a difference in the.
It's so true though. That's something. We never brought up the lyrics, and if you just break down the lyrics and shit on the poetry end of it or the writing side of it and stuff, but never as actually they want to get rich. That's the whole point. That's what they sing about. Let's get rich. Let's spend money. Let's do this. Like that's the metal side. They're like you said, they're long-haired, ripped jeans. Missing strings on the guitar.
That's it.
If you went guitar, you're no longer hardcore metal. You're a sellout. You sold out, bud. You bought a new guitar.
Yeah, man. That's funny. It's like, again, like I mentioned, Misha Mann, like he's done quite well for himself. Like he doesn't make that much money, but he now a bunch of different software companies that he's now like quite sports cars. He goes out and buys sports cars and everything because he quite a long time he kept the fact nice cars he didn't like. He was almost a, you know, if I go out and tell people this car I bought, like people are gonna shit on. And eventually, he sort of came out. I've worked really hard, and I want to share this stuff with people. It's really interesting because again, you saw that massive pulse. Oh, fuck you, man, and that sort of thing, and everyone. So it's like all this stuff. I think it's super weird.
Yeah, it's pretty. A whole another 2 hours of talk on that conversation. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm getting the fucking beat. I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, man. So where do we find your merch?
Yeah, no,
I never even got
dude.
merch and see.
So, absolutely. I mean, the way to support us is just on camp, but all our merch is available in the Wild Things store. And so we've got some really cool t-shirts, CDs. We've got just every band. All our stuff there and links as well. So yeah, we you know, I'm a big fan of what we do, really cool stuff. We've just released a live EP, and it was during lockdown, like we online festivals happening where you sort of in a location, like not with like it, and then it got uploaded. And
yeah,
we did it all, and then we were like, you know what, this is actually when we just put it out as like 5 songs that we played, and it's a lot more kind of unprocessed, you know, an actual performance from us. And I think it can, you know, if you like what we do, go and listen to that, because we're able to, you know, pull this stuff off live. Like, we work really hard at it, and I think it came out. Go and check it out. Stranger.
Oh, definitely show.
Camp, so.
I got the chance to listen to a bunch of your stuff before the show tonight, man, and I got grooving to it, right? Threw it on while I was in the shower, cooking dinner and stuff, right? And
awesome.
Time flew by. I was like,
cheers,
almost time for the interview. So, but we just got new merch too. I'm wearing the new shirt tonight. It's got "Play It Loud, Play Proud" on the back, and the upside down cross, right? But we got some photos to set up, but I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go ahead and shoot the whole commercial for it all and shit when we're in Maine with the big Halloween, fucking Canadian Halloween invasion down in Maine, Portland.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's 2 weeks,
man.
not even less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, like I said,
it's gonna be
good luck.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It'll be a great show, I think. 100%.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll put your links up top. Pretty sure we have a post down below with all your links in it as well. So if it's not updated, it'll be updated by the weekend here. So either way, play loud, play proud. Yeah. Once again, man, an honor, man. Fuck, I can't wait to have you back on again. Shoot the shit again here real soon.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. To meet you. We'll talk again.
Yeah, great to meet you too, man. We'll talk to you guys soon.